प्रेम जी जय जिनेन्द्र।
Sorry, Jai Jayendra.
Ready to go, Suvarna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jai Jinendra. Hope all are doing well and staying healthy. Welcome everyone to the first event of JITO Women's San Francisco chapter. We will be recording this session. I'm proud to be a part of such a phenomenal organization. JITO is a Jain international trade organization consisting of businessmen, industrialists, knowledge workers, and professionals. To start off this event on an auspicious note, I will be singing the Navkar mantra. Please put your hands together and join me. Namo 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 नवकार मंत्र है न्यारा जिसने लाखों को तारा नवकार मंत्र है न्यारा जिसने लाखों को तारा इस महामंत्र का जाप करो भवजल से मिले किनारा नमो अरिहंतानम नमो सिद्धानम नमो आयर्यानम नमो उवचायानम नमो लोये सवसाहुनम नमो लोये सवसाहुनम एसो पंच नमोकारो सव पावपनासनो मंगलानं च सव्वेसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् परमं हवै मंगलम् परमं हवै मंगलम्. Next slide please. Here is the agenda for our today's webinar. Hope you all enjoyed. Now Kamlesh ji Mehta, JITO USA Vice President, will take the Zoom stage and introduce JITO International and JITO USA.
Thank you, Swarnaji. Before I begin, I see Premji is here, who's our chairman of JITO USA and chairman of San Francisco chapters. I want to recognize that. I also want to recognize Sean Mehta, who's here, our executive forum co-chair. And I have a secretary, Mr. Rakesh Loda. Additionally, I have young leaders, which is FJLP, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But Ritvi Raka and Ria Loda, there are several names actually, but we are very excited to have all of them to be here. And thank you. Welcome you all. This is a very special moment for us because Women Forum's first session for the JITO chapter, and at the same time for the JITO USA. So let me just give a little background about JITO India and JITO USA. JITO India was formed in 2007, and it has since then more than 100 chapters, or maybe 100 plus, I should say, 9 zones, 35 to 40 units, and 15 international chapters, and they're opening very rapidly. JITO USA was formed in 2017, and it is registered as a 501c6, which is the non-profit for professionals organization. It's a membership organization. And since then, we have opened 2 chapters. First one was open in New York in 2017, and the second one was open in San Francisco. That's where we are in 2018. And recently we have opened Los Angeles unit, and we plan to open in Chicago in November, and 21 is fully pipeline to actually open more chapters and units as we go forward. So on JITO, I think the key thing is there are three pillars, if I may explain very simply. One is the business growth, second is the economic empowerment, and third is the social service. And the idea there is to basically create a network of business owners, professional leaders across all industries and sectors to promote the economic development among Jains. Second part, if you really look at it, is to focus on the humanitarian community service to bring Jains from poverty to prosperity. Third, if you look at it, is basically to conduct high-level meetings with the government officials, with the diplomatic leaders to actually influence the policies which can benefit to our Jain brotherhood. And fourth, to reach out to our poor students via educational and the loan programs so that we can make a difference. But if you look at it here, there are a series of objectives and I have a very limited time. So I'm not gonna go one by one here, but I'll be happy to actually share and you're welcome to put the questions in the chat window. Let's talk a little bit about San Francisco chapter. Like I said, it was launched in 2018, June timeframe, attended by almost 250 business professionals. Since then, we have actually launched a variety of these initiatives, and I'll just give you a brief description, but we have done a fantastic job, and I want to congratulate the entire team who are actually working in the back end, and kudos to them. So first, meet and greet networking events this is designed for social events to get to know each other, because if we know each other, we can make a difference in each other's lives or in businesses. Mentor and mentee events, these events are designed to actually create so-called mentorship on technical and business leadership in corporations or in businesses. Women's Forum, that's where we are here, but the idea here is to empower women so that they can focus, or we can all collectively focus on businesses or health-oriented challenges in women's world, and they will speak to it rather than me speaking to it. Executive Forum, this is designed for entrepreneurs, CEOs, CXOs, I should say. And the idea here is to actually do a collective dialogues among the executive and solve some of the problems, or do one-on-one dialogue basis so that we can help in each other's businesses, and the sharing process of challenges and sharing process of solutions can be done collectively or individual in a confidential manner as well. So in that context, there is another one webinar which has been scheduled, and that is designed for how to actually use the neuromarketing to make the sales very effective. Future Jain Youth Leadership, FJLP, and this is what I was talking about. There are 47 members. Surprisingly, these guys are working really hard, and the age group is anywhere from 14 to 21. And the idea there is to focus on the youth. So this is for youth, by youth. We are basically just facilitating, and they are running their trainings sessions. Earlier in August, they did for the college counseling. Now they're doing the professional and entrepreneurship sessions, etc. Last but not the least, very specialized webinar series are going on. And since the beginning of the year, we brought special experts in the federal funding areas, financing options. And of course, as we go forward, we plan to bring more special speakers so that we can help our community very well. With that, I'm going to hand over to co-chair Bijal Shah. And Bijal Shah is a director in Genentech, and she actually focuses on drug safety. And with a great deal of pleasure, inviting Bijal to take over from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamleshi. Now that we have an idea as to what or how the San Francisco Women's Chapter fits into the larger JITO organization, let's get a better idea as to what is this about. As you heard, we initiated this forum very recently, and this is one of our first webinars. but we hope to have many more events in the future and hopefully in person. And as we grow, we would love to have a lot more people be a part of it. So a very apt question might be that why join this women's forum? What exactly does it entail? And some of the basic tenets of this women's forum is networking and connecting with one another. So as Kamleshi was saying, if we know one another and get to be more familiar with each other, it will help us grow. And our aim is not just to grow in the professional realm or in the personal front, but all facets of life. And on the personal front, we hope to discuss important and sensitive topics. And that could range anywhere from parenting, health, matrimony, finance, etc. And on the professional aspect, we hope to address topics around leadership, mentorship, or even corporate challenges that we all might face. Especially with women having an entrepreneurial mindset, we would like to explore the opportunity for growing your businesses. Now, whether this could be a business from home that you all do or a startup. And what makes this so unique is that we're trying to achieve all this, keeping in mind the Jain way of life. Next slide, please. And as we all know, it takes more than one single individual to organize any event or to take anything to the next level. Here is a list of our dedicated women, the entire team that is going to help take this chapter to the next level. And again, we would love for you to be a part of it. So as we go on to the main session that we have, I will hand it over to Sharmila Ji to introduce our speaker, Vibha Sharma. And just a housekeeping note, reiterating the fact that if there are any questions that you might have during the topic as we go along, feel free to put it in the chat window because we do have a question answer session at the end and we hope to address all your questions. Over to you, Sharmila.
Thanks, Vijay. Jai Jinendra. I hope everyone is doing well. Thanks for taking the time on this beautiful Saturday morning for our JITO webinar. I hope everyone gains a lot of valuable information from this session. I'm very excited to introduce a dear friend of mine, Vibha Sharma. Vibha is a multi-talented personality and has achieved a lot in her professional career. Along with her achievement, she is also represented on many boards and organizations. Some roles she holds are founder and spiritual mindful leadership coach at cosmicways.com, vice president of WICCI, member of the India USA Business Council, Global Goodwill and Peace Ambassador, San Francisco chapter chairperson for the mindfulness, and she is an author who has published her first book, Turn Within, available on Amazon. And last but not least, she was recently featured on the Fox News, NBC, and Business Talk radio show. Today, she'll be sharing her knowledge with us on how to avoid anxiety during this pandemic. I'm sure this is something we can all relate to during COVID. So let's enhance our knowledge by learning from Vibha's keen studies in mindfulness and avoid anxiety, which will improve our habits and day-to-day lives. Vibha, I known you for so many years, and I'm so proud to say that you have accomplished so much in your life. Thank you so much for joining, and the floor is yours. Vibha.
Thanks, Sharmila, for the nice introduction. And thanks for inviting me to the event. I'm so honored to be here. So today's topic is mindfulness and avoiding anxiety during COVID times. So we are going to talk about what mindfulness is, how to practice mindfulness, mindfulness during COVID, and evidence of how mindfulness works, and how we can use mindfulness in this time, and how employers can help people during this time. So, okay. So, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness means maintaining a moment to moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment without categorizing them as good or bad. A mindful person is more contemplative rather than responsive. People who practice mindfulness can focus on the present moment. They are able to respond to a particular situation rather than to react. With mindfulness, you can acknowledge any situation without letting yourself to be carried with strong emotions, and mindfulness in turn can bring yourself back to the center calm. Once you start practicing mindfulness, you see more clearly what it is to have full control of your body and brain. It shows how you can proceed and work under stressful situations. In simple words, mindfulness is all about following your breath and noticing how your mind works. Once you realize the working, it will become much easier for you to practice. But we should not confuse mindfulness with popular meditation type like a transcendental meditation, which involves using mantra. Mindfulness doesn't involve meditation. It's all about noticing what's coming to you from outside without reacting. Being non-judgmental is an essential part of mindfulness. To some people, this may sound easy, but for many people, being non-judgmental can be the most challenging thing to be. Mindfulness is more than just relaxing. We may think we live in the present moment without reflecting our past or worrying about future. Still, our mind is focused at some point in a day concerning about having a better future. It adds to the stress and hinders our way to practice mindfulness. The moment when we fully stay in the present situation and don't let our minds to digress onto something else, that's when mindfulness becomes a skill. So mindfulness and COVID. Mindfulness is a strength we can all cultivate by focusing our attention to the present moment. It includes emotions, body sensations, and thoughts. In life, we go through many experiences. Some are enjoyable, whereas others are unpleasant or painful. So instead of responding to the negative situations, mindfulness teaches us to develop more compassionate and wiser ways to relate to our life experiences. In this time of COVID, there's so much uncertainty regarding our future and threats to our social, physical, emotional, and financial security. It's completely normal to feel anxious, fearful, and frustrated, but such stressful feelings can be detrimental to our health. Today, everybody is worried about what the future will look like. So the mind's constant clutter, mind chatter can be removed by practicing mindfulness. Focus all your attention on the here and now, noticing the sights, sounds, and smells around you, what you're feeling in your body. Continue to breathe slowly in and out, gently bringing your mind back to your body and breath. Every time it drifts until you feel more calm. You can also listen to some audio meditations to help you relieve anxiety and regain inner calm. Only mindfulness can bring us awareness and allows us to proceed without getting our attention stuck on the intense emotions that we feel during the day, like anger, fear, or even sadness. Besides, it can help us make much better decisions by responding instead of reacting to the problem. CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, recommends that washing hands frequently to prevent the virus. And we can be more mindful to just washing our hands. Mindfulness and COVID preventions are correlated to each other, as washing our hands frequently can be done as mindful practice. Before you begin washing your hands, set your intention that you will pay more attention to every feeling associated with the experience and thoughts that might occur while washing your hands. From soap application to rubbing your hands together, pay attention to every moment. If the negative thoughts pops up in your mind, or if you're feeling sad, notice every sensation to practice mindfulness. So how to practice mindfulness? And first of all, we have to be mindfulness that we have to start with a purpose that we will be mindful. And we eat food and without even noticing and being present to the experience. But if we can just be there and enjoy every bite, or during this time, call a friend, take mindful pauses, activate your muscles, keep yourself calm while driving. So practicing mindfulness for a few minutes daily can help your daily routine be more better, more aligned with how you would like them to be. So let's talk about simple ways of practicing mindfulness in your everyday life. First of all, like I said, start with a purpose. Be more mindful that you're going to be mindful. The intention is the latent motivation for everything we do or say. Our subconscious mind is in charge of most of our decisions and behaviors. With firm intention or purpose, we can strengthen and align the connections between the lower and higher center of the brain. As a result, it changes our day, making it more likely towards our actions, words, or responses. Especially during critical situations, our mind will become more mindful and compassionate towards any experience. So many times we eat without pausing or taking a breath. We are eating, and even especially during these times, I talk to my clients and they say we don't have time to eat, and they are eating while attending a meeting, just putting their putting their video, switching off the video, and just eating. Many times we eat without pausing or even taking a breath. This hurriedness stops us from being more mindful while eating. Eating is the most pleasurable experience we can have as a human beings. Being fully present, we can convert eating into a far-wealthy experience and can make it satisfying, not just to fulfill the nutritional quality, but for subtler needs and senses. When we pay full attention to our bodies and needs for hunger, we can nourish more by being more mindful. And during this time, we are just texting each other. Instead of that, just call a friend and try calling or using Zoom, FaceTime, or video chat to connect with your friend or loved one. And pay attention and listen to their voice. Look at their face and be fully present while they're talking. Most of the time we are talking to somebody, but we are thinking about something else. So just be more present while talking to your friend or your loved ones. Take mindful pauses. Take a moment or two to pause during the day. Put aside whatever you're working on or thinking about, and take a few slow breaths. Notice the sensation of air going in through your nose and exhaling out through your nose. Lie down, close your eyes, and slowly scan your body mentally from head to toe, or start from opposite direction. And it may take only a couple of minutes. And sometimes people think that we don't have time to take breaks. We are too busy. But I always tell my clients, call it self-compassion breaks or recharging time. Just like you recharge your phone, recharge yourself just for a couple of minutes during the meeting or between the meetings or any time during the day. Activate your muscles. Whether it's riding a bike or sweating on a treadmill, you can convert each into a mindful practice. Instead of just working out to burn calories, you can strengthen your capacity to shift all your energy to the task in hand. This way, you can not only invigorate every cell in your body, but can also shift your focus to slow brain by paying attention to the activity and being more mindful. Keep yourself calm while driving. Heavy traffic and rash drivers can trigger the fight response. That's the reason why we see road rage cases more often than ever. The traffic jam can provide an excellent opportunity to cultivate mindfulness. Just by restoring your balance and perspective, you can practice mindfulness even at traffic jams. It is simple yet profound advice that can help bring more oxygen to the body and broadens the space between the spurt of the traffic and your intensified stress reactions. Practice stop. Stop, Stop everything and take a moment to be still. Take short and deep breaths to become more aware that you are breathing. Most of the time, we are not even paying attention that we are breathing. So just stop and pay attention to your breath. Observe everything in your body, emotions in your heart, and thoughts in your mind. Pause to take a breath and proceed with your day with greater calm. How does mindfulness work? By emphasizing on the present moment. Silent retreats during the day, you don't need to go out, go far away for retreats, just retreating within. Mindfulness neutralizes rumination and worrying. You can practice at home just by focusing your attention on one thing at a time, and maybe attending mindfulness-based stress reduction programs. So there are evidences, scientific evidences, how mindfulness works. In the last few years, a momentum rise has been seen in the mindfulness research. Many pieces of research have shown that mindfulness can help reduce stress and anxiety and improves the well-being of a body. Besides, it helps treat addiction, high blood pressure, chronic pain, heart disease, and many other physical and psychological problems. A study was conducted by Dr. Heidi Kober, an associate professor of psychiatry and psychology at the Yale University of Medicine, on mindfulness. The effect of mindfulness was tested on people who had self-diagnosed with depression. These people meditated regularly. Participants were asked to react to different kinds of stimuli naturally or to have mindful acceptance. The study concluded that meditation does regulate emotional intensity and can have positive results for people going through pain, whether emotional or physical. Dr. Heidi Kober also recruited people who had no experience of meditation in their lives. After practicing mindfulness, all the participants of the research responded calmly upon experiencing pain and intense temperatures. With the research, it was clear that any amount of mindfulness, when added into your day, can yield benefits. How can mindfulness help during COVID, this pandemic time? Spare time for mindfulness. You have to spare time. Limit multitasking. Practice as a family. Make peace with uncertainty. The COVID pandemic has brought deep sustainability concerns among people. Researchers have noticed that mindfulness practices may increase compassion and empathy. Social distancing and quarantine time keeps us physically separate and longing for connection. The role of mindfulness in cultivating feelings of interconnectedness, deepen our connection to nature, and reducing risk factors for isolation and loneliness has become significantly important. In such crucial times, it's important to integrate mindfulness practices into our routine to help reduce anxiety and adopt healthy coping mechanisms. So we have to spare time for mindfulness. At present, much of our time that was once a part of our routine, including traveling, alone time, going to buy something, is not available anymore. Despite working from home, we find it hard to spare time to recharge. Setting time to practice mindfulness is a great place to begin. Mindfulness, when practiced in the morning, can help set the spirit of the day. It can set the tone for the day. Besides, you can practice even while eating or drinking a cup of coffee. Spare time for mindfulness, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Even if you're drinking coffee, just be more mindful. Be mindful for the taste, temperature, aroma. Limit multitasking. At present, it feels like doing multiple things at a time is the only way out. But this multitasking can only increase stress. Experts refer to multitasking as a myth and believe that a person can focus only one thing at a time. Therefore, to reduce your stress levels, avoid multitasking to focus on things in hand. Practice as a family. Mindfulness is anything that can help anyone take a moment to slow down. focus on the present, come together. Defining time to practice mindfulness activities as a family can help feel a person less anxious. Activities like daily family yoga sessions, a silent walk in the woods, listening to the birds chirping, the scent of the trees, all can improve a person's focus. Another worthy family mindfulness idea is to ask everyone to mention one good thing they heard or witnessed over a dining table. Make peace with uncertainty. This situation undoubtedly has the most uncertainty. People are confused what will happen, how long this pandemic will last, or what things will like when things get better. The thing we know for sure that worrying about the virus won't change the situation. Learning to tolerate uncertainty is a significant part of adapting healthy coping mechanism for ourselves. And we can also practice meditation, although they are both similar, but meditation is a little bit deeper. So what is meditation? Meditation is most effective instrument to harness the power of thought, develop more peace, intelligibility, and happiness. The key to practice meditation is to accept your surroundings from a place of curious observation. People practice meditation to grow positive feelings such as positive outlook, self-control, healthy sleep patterns, and even improve pain tolerance. What is the difference between mindfulness and meditation? The concept of mindfulness and meditation are pretty much similar, but meditation typically involves trying to achieve a different state of consciousness. In contrast, mindfulness is a means of becoming aware of the present situation, making it one step on the path toward meditation. Mindfulness practice may help reduce stress and anxiety as it allow us to minimize worry and be aware of the present situation without being fearful. So what happens when you meditate? First of all, it will take time. Don't expect the first meditation session to be effortless. As a trivial it may sound, it takes rehearsal to learn how to do nothing. Once you practice, it will become easier. Doing nothing is the most challenging thing for people than doing everything all the time. Spare time for it. You literally have to spare time for doing nothing. Schedule it into your thing to do list like any other job or appointment. How long does it take meditation to work? Depends on consistency. It's not a quick fix. Don't compare it with painkillers. Give at least a few weeks. It reduces stress, improves ability to deal with illness, helps in recovery, less depressive symptoms, and improve health for sure. So what are the health benefits for kids and students? Mindfulness studies comprising children and students are becoming more common than ever. The effects of mindfulness can work wonders due to its impact on self-control, a path to academic success for sure, boost resilience in children. And people come to me with their case and they say, can our kid learn meditation? And I have taught meditation to even 5-year-olds, and they respond the best because they're more open. And I've noticed that once a kid is a teenager, it's harder for the kid to convince to start meditation. So if we can just start early and help our kids with this life-changing skill, that can change their life. So what are the other benefits? Like today, mindfulness studies comprising children and students are becoming more common than ever. There are studies on the benefits of meditation on kids. A path to academic success for sure. It has been observed that children in elementary school, when practicing mindfulness, exhibit pro-social behavior and improved academic progress. Boost resilience in children. As per the study on mindfulness program for children, observed that mindfulness improved mood, emotional regulation, confidence, empathy, and self-esteem, social skill, and their ability to pay attention and focus. Workplace benefits of mindfulness and meditation. It reduces anxiety and stress, improves focus, optimizes creativity, and has adaptability. Problem solving, information absorption, allow better collaboration, and boost memory. How can employers help the situation? They can help the situation, they can help the employees by offering more flexibility, host virtual social time, online collaboration, substitute positive coping, and practice compassionate leadership. Look, take time to check in with your team. Listen, practice mindful listening. Give your team space to be open and honest about how they feel, both mentally and physically. Feel. Everyone is going to be feeling a range of different emotions. Taking the time to acknowledge how someone else is truly feeling empowers us to respond with kindness. Respond. In times of high stress, it's easy to let frustration get in the way of skillful communication. Pause and give yourself space to respond in a skillful and kind way. Offer flexibility. Before the COVID, only 5% of US employees work from home on a daily basis. Positive steps company can take is to have open conversation with their teams about how and when work can be accomplished and should offer a broad range of options for flexibility to allow more time to care for kids and other family members. Role of employers. Host virtual social time. Organizations should encourage their employees to find time to have virtual coffee sessions, lunches, or even happy hours with other colleagues and continue to mark birthdays or other milestones on video conference calls. Online collaboration. Companies could offer web-based sessions for enhancing ways to work online and can establish specific rules for using collaborative technology and build awareness about culture difference in communication, such as preferences for emails, phone calls, and conference calls. Substitute positive coping. During normal times, organizations can offer numerous ways to support their team's mental and physical health, including social gathering or gym membership. But in such critical times as during COVID, organizations need to readdress their efforts to fostering employees' well-being. Although many apps and websites can pay as temporary substitutions, business leaders can help by offering to pay for these kind of programs available online. In my experience with my clients, I have observed that practicing mindfulness, centering your attention to be fully present in the moment, is practically beneficial to employees' mental health, even for highly stressed nurses and other health personnel. Organizations can help, and some are already helping, by offering classes on mindfulness, webinars on resilience, or by reminding workers about their employee assistance programs. So I've been working with so many corporate clients, and they always ask me, how can we use mindfulness at workplace? So I tell them, like, it's very important to be mindful, not only in your personal life, but at workplace. It's even more important because even before your meeting, you have to be more mindful about how you feel about the meeting, the outcome, the agenda, and other expectations. In conclusions, practicing mindfulness is the easiest, effortless, and natural ways to improve your anxiety coping mechanism. Not only that, it also helps our capacity to manage strong emotions and some aspects of our physical health. If the COVID-19 pandemic or lockdown has left you with some additional time, turn the crisis into a chance for you to start or cultivate healthy habit, that is, practice mindfulness. So, during the day, it's very easy. I have picked one very easy mindfulness exercise for everybody that you can practice anytime during the day and literally anywhere. And I'm going to lead you through this body scan exercise. And if everybody's ready, so I can start. And it has many benefits. Through practicing body scan awareness meditation, we can greatly reduce detrimental effects of stress and make our working lives pleasant and enjoyable. So why do only 10 minutes body scan? Practicing a 10-minute body scan on a regular basis has many benefits. Brings focus to your mind, shifts your attention away from negative thoughts, reduces anxiety, reduces stress, create a connection from your body, from your mind to your body. And although you can just do it even for 5 minutes, even if you can just spare 5 minutes, and once you get very good at it, you can get benefit even just by scanning your body and taking a few deep breaths for a couple of minutes. I always tell my clients, like, sometimes 10 minutes sounds too much for them. 10 minutes break, oh no, we are too busy. So once you are become good at it, just for a couple of minutes, you can just close your eyes and go through each and every part of your body and breathe through it. Scan it. Sometimes we hold tension in some particular part of our body. Most of the time in our gut area, we are holding our gut and we are not even breathing fully. So just spare a couple of minutes and go through this body scan exercise. And I'll help you and I'll lead you guys through this body scan exercise. So if you're ready, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Hold it in out through your mouth. Deep breath in at your own pace. Hold it and out through your mouth. You can choose to lay down, lie on your own, or sit up. Just be comfortable. Be as comfortable as you can. Totally relaxing your body wherever you're sitting. Just make it loose and relax. Start by bringing awareness to your body, breathing in and out. Be more mindful of your breathing and be aware of your surroundings. Notice where your body touches the floor or the chair, wherever you're sitting. Be aware of where your body is in your space. Just be aware of your body, being fully grounded in your body. Take another deep breath in, hold it, and out through your mouth. Now bring your attention to your scalp and mentally relax your scalp. You can say to yourself, relax, and relax your scalp. Now bring your attention to your forehead. Most of the times we are carrying tension in your foreheads. And relax your forehead. Relax your eyelids. You will realize that you hold tension in your eyelids also if you're not mindful. Relax your cheeks. Relax your throat. Just say to yourself, relax. Relax your shoulders. Drop them loose. Fully relax your shoulders. Mentally relax your chest. Relax your belly. Most of the time we carry lots of tension in our belly area. So take another deep breath. Breathe through it. Relax your belly. Maybe you want to spend some more time just focusing on your belly. Take a couple of deep breaths and relax. Now bring your awareness to your thighs and say mentally, relax. Relax your thighs, relax your calves, your feet. Your feet should be flat on the floor and fully grounded. As you keep focusing on individual parts of your body, just notice any sensation. Scan your body from top of your head to the tips of your toes. And notice if you're holding any tightness, then breathe through it. Take a deep breath and breathe through that body part. Just explore your body one piece at a time. Notice any sensation you feel and then let it go. Meditation experiences may differ. Just focus on your feelings or any sensations you're feeling, being more mindful to any sensation or any feeling. The meditation experience and sensation you feel might be different to sensation others will experience. They can come in the form of tingling, pressure, pain, tightness, cramps, heat, cold, or buzzing. If you find that you don't notice any of these sensations and your body part just feel neutral, and that's okay too. Just be with the neutral feeling. Notice it's a neutral and move on. Be curious of what's happening. This is the main point of body scan. Investigate whatever you're feeling with much as awareness as you can. Then move your focus intentionally away from that body part and move to explore the next. Your attention will wander. When your mind wanders and you notice as it's wandering, don't get frustrated or angry. Just gently refocus back to what you were doing. With practice, you will get better at holding your attention for a longer period of time. Once you finish exploring your body piece by piece and you feel satisfied, take a moment and focus your attention onto entire body. See yourself as you sit or lie down and experiencing each breath entering and leaving your chest. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes slowly and mindfully. Now, as we begin to end this meditation on working with anxiety, let's take a moment to remember all those that are being challenged with these feelings, all those living with fear, worry. Let's extend our wishes of healing, of peace to all those living in fear. May all beings, wherever they are, may they be free from fear, and may all beings be at peace. Once your eyes are open, allow yourself a few seconds before you get up. Take note of your surroundings, the room, the walls, furniture. Be mindful and look at things as if the first time you're seeing them. Notice how you feel. Relaxed, rejuvenated, or at peace. Extend these feelings into your day. Remember, you can do these scans whenever you have a bit of time or on your hands. if you're crushed for some time, however, I recommend scheduling in a time. Consider it important meeting with yourself. To sum this up, it allows us to look at our lives through a clear lens, uncluttered by mind-numbing worry and fear. Practicing mindfulness will help bring you into the present moment so that you can experience life as it is, right here, right now. So I hope everybody has opened their eyes and everybody participate in this exercise. And here I would like to know your feedback, and if anybody wants to share how they felt and how they're feeling and what was their experience, I'll be happy to hear.
Thank you, Vibhaji. It was a great information session. This whole routine, I was totally in a different zone. It was
Oh,
really relaxing. I can
thank you.
vouch for that.
Awesome.
So, yeah, and I'm sure many people here must have benefited and have a great and had a great insight on mindfulness and meditation. So now we can open the floor for any questions for Vibhaji or JITO Women team. Please post your questions in the chat and we can answer them one by one. Thank you once again.
Yeah, sure, you're welcome.
All right, I have one question. What motivated you to go into coaching industry?
Yeah, actually, I was raised in a family. We were exposed to the spiritual side at very early age, and I used to go to different spiritual gatherings and lectures, seminars with our parents. Our parents always used to take us to different gatherings, and our parents made sure that we were reading spiritual books, and especially before we go to sleep at night, we used to read something spiritual or something on self-help. And when I came to US, usually people adapt Western ways of life. But when I came here after my marriage, I was missing my family, and I started reading books on spirituality, started meditating more, and practicing. And all through my life, I loved reading and sharing whatever I read, and I liked it. I try to apply that in my life, and I share with other people. And also, I noticed that all through my life, people were reaching out to me for any help. They were drawn to me for advice or help, even in family and friends. And I realized that all through my life, I was inspiring people just by, talking to them. And people told me that just having a small casual conversation with me helped them, inspire them to write a book or um, take any major decision they were, struggling at that time. And although I was working with my husband in his software consulting company, I did that for the longest time. But then I thought that, I want to do something that gives me more fulfillment. And if it's the last day of my life, how I want to feel. So I thought, like, I want to help people. I want to help with knowledge that I have gathered, because till today I study a lot. I have studied Western philosophy, Eastern philosophy, and I find it very, very useful. People think that they cannot have spiritual life if they have to take care of their career, they have to progress in their professional life, but it's opposite. The uh, more you're connected with your spiritual self, the better your life becomes more enjoyable. It's like, just reading the brochure for your life. And then, long story short, I decided to do it as full time. So I decided to become a coach, holistic, spiritual, metaphysical, conscious business coach. And then I noticed that different kind of people were coming to me in my private practice and other places, like kids were coming, the parents were reaching out to me to teach their kids meditation. So I'd provide youth coaching, and then like in corporate world, some companies reach out to me to teach their employees mindfulness and conscious business practices. So I took many courses on conscious business coaching, and I became conscious business coach, mindfulness coach, and holistic spiritual coach. So that's how I started this journey.
That's very nice. And I think we benefited from that today in your
Thank you.
session. So I have one more question from the participant. How to motivate kids and especially teens to get into this routine? And I'm sure I can vouch for many parents here that that's much needed during these times.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's very difficult to talk to kids, and first of all, they don't even know what meditation is, why they need to do that. And if in my first class, parents literally have to drag their kids to the class. And most of the time, even parents are not aware how to talk to their kids. But the best example, best way to do this, being the example, role model. Most of the time when kids are seeing their parents meditating and practicing these kind of mindfulness or meditation, they know that it's good for them. And talking to your kids about the benefits of meditation definitely is another motivating factor. And that's about it, telling them and doing it as a family, as a practice. Just sit together, just put some music. It's very hard for a kid to just sit for some time. Kids don't want to sit. But I have noticed that when they come and attend these kind of classes, when I talk to them that this will happen when if you meditate every day, you will do better in your in school, you will be more calmer, you'll be more happy, and you'll be liked by your friends, you'll become more popular. So these are the perks, they think that these are the benefits. Oh yeah, we want to do that. And also I've noticed that, so much goes on in a kid's life, in teenagers' life, they don't want to share with parents. They go through sometimes, they are bullied, and they have like body image issues, and they want to fit in the crowd. They want to do better academically. They are stressed out, and these kind of problems are real for them. And they most of the time they don't want to talk to their parents about it. And just when I talk to these kids, it really helps them. They are more confident from inside, stronger from inside. They know how to center themselves, focus more in studies. So when they know that they have all these, if they start meditating, they'll get better in all those things. So that's, I think, is a major motivating factors.
Okay, thank you. On that note, what are the resources we can go through for the betterment of even parents, kids, or anybody there out?
Yeah, there are some apps. There, Headspace is good, and Calm. There are some online apps they can do, and there are some classes they can attend. There's so many online classes and programs available these days. Even I have developed programs for teenagers, for youth, for kids, and for other people, for adults, corporate clients. There are many programs available, and let me show you.
Sure.
So these external resources like Headspace, Calm, and these are some websites like Stanford Medicine, UCLA, Mind and Body Life Institute, the Center for Mindfulness. So there are many websites. They offer different programs. And if you don't have time to, definitely people don't have time to enroll themselves and their kids to these programs. Okay. So you can definitely use apps. And once you are good at it, then you don't need any app. So okay. App is just for the beginners. You just play that. And even that is, people don't want to do that. I know I work with clients and they don't want to play the app. But the thing is, like Swami Paramahansa Yogananda says, that you have a portable paradise in you. So all you need to do is just set aside some time, just a couple of minutes. If you're just starting, just a couple of minutes, close your eyes and just watch your breathing. In the beginning, just watch your breathing and it'll make you feel more calmer. And deep breathing is very powerful. Just do deep breathing for a couple of minutes and just be quiet. Just attend to your own presence. Be with yourself. You just need to attend. Coming back to yourself cannot be that hard.
Yes, that's indeed.
Yeah. we experience life through ourselves. We need to remind ourselves that we exist. All day long we are just doing. It's like we have become human doings instead of human being. So just be for some time, attend to yourself, come back to yourself, and just the benefits are like amazing. Once you start doing that, people who meditate, I'm sure many of you meditate, people who are present here, they do meditate, and they know this. You can go without eating something in the morning, but I can tell from my experience, I cannot start my day without meditation, and or even end my day without meditation. It's extremely important.
Right. Thank you. One more question we have is how to consciously and continuously breathe correctly? Like, because we are focusing so much on breathing, so how can we do it in the right way?
See, just setting aside some time in the morning, you can do consciously do it for 2 minutes. Set aside, this is a routine. Like we have time. We cannot say that we don't have time to brush. But here, when we talk about meditation and these kind of practices, we say we don't have time. But just setting aside a couple of minutes and deep breathing in the morning, or just a couple of minutes of quiet time, sets the tone for the entire day. You feel definitely calmer. And also during the day, just remind yourself. And sometimes I recommend my clients to just set timer. After a couple of hours, just set timer that I need to remember to be breathing consciously. We are breathing all the time. But what happens when we are stressed out? This is shallow breathing. We are not breathing fully. If you notice, many times a day we are holding our breath and our bellies are tight and we are not breathing fully. Just reminding ourselves, setting timer, just a stick notes or anywhere, like, breathe consciously, and just say to yourself, and just putting this alert, breathe. You are breathing, but consciously breathe.
Consciously breathe. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
I will try to alert myself.
And I also have one meditation I recorded on my website. It's called 2-3-5 minute meditation. So it's a small piece that my clients use between before the meetings or before their presentation and during lunch. You can always set aside 2 minutes. You can play 2-minute piece, 3-minute piece, and 5-minute piece of this audio meditation. Just download to your phone and play anytime you need to feel more relaxed or want to have more clarity before any important meeting.
Sure. Thank you, Vibhaji. And since we are almost like over the time, just one last thing. It was such a good session. So just please let us know how people can reach out to you or connect with you.
Sure. Okay, so they can reach out to me via my website. It's called cosmicways.com. Okay. And I have this website for my book. It's called vibhasharma.com. And also my Facebook page for my Cosmic Ways, and also Facebook page for my book. And I'm also on Instagram. So they can reach out to me, or they can text me, send me email, or if they want to talk to me about any session, they can schedule a free clarity session on my website.
All right. Thank you so much, Vibhaji.
You're
I
welcome.
think we can go for the next slide, and Bijal, I think Kamleshi would like to show something to us. Yeah.
Thank you, Vibhaji. And
yeah, sure. Thank you.
That was a great session. And thank you for all the questions to the audience. We hope that you found that, that we will be able to get something out of this and the meditation practices. So if you're interested in knowing more about such events, please join our Facebook page, which is on the next slide, which has the list. So that's a link to our Facebook page. And you can also reach us at the email address that's provided. If also you would be like to be part of our mailing list, feel free to put your contact information, your name, your email address, etc., in the chat window, and we will reach out to you so that we can add you to our mailing list. And moving on to the next slide, just wanted to, before we conclude, just wanted to say a big thank you to Vibhaji for volunteering her time and providing us with this very useful, informative session. Of course, a huge thanks to the JITO team as well as a special thanks to Kamlesh ji for helping us to put this whole event together. And of course, this would not have been possible. This whole event would not have been possible without the audience and all of you who are part of this team today, without taking your precious time out of your weekend and being a part of this. So we are very grateful for your presence, and we hope you all can join us, not just for our future events, but also join our chapter. And before I say thank you once more and let you enjoy the rest of the weekend, just a quick note from Kamleshji about an upcoming session.
Thank you, Bijulji. Thank you so much, Vibhaji. That was fantastic session. I see many comments are coming, rejuvenating about the breathing techniques what you shared. But here is another good one coming on another webinar on neuromarketing. How do we sort of apply the neuromarketing techniques? And Professor Guman is a well-known professor. He's an executive coach, and he has written his books as well. This is again on 24th of October, 10 a.m. And if you don't have your emails with us, so please put your email addresses in the chat window, and we are circulating, and there is a registration link we'll be sending you so that you can register. So thank you again. Bijulji, back to you.
Sure. So feel free to share your information so that we can be in touch with you. And there's also the link. This video session was recorded. So if we have your contact information, we'll be happy to share this video recording with you all. And thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
You guys have any comments, thoughts? We can chit chat here. Otherwise, any suggestions? There you go. So everybody can see everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Vibha.
Yeah, sure.
Really great
Thanks,
session.
Thank you.
I think the body scan was mind-blowing. It was
Yeah.
really in a different zone, actually, totally.
Yeah, it felt so relaxing. Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you guys were into it, because sometimes people, if you are new to it, some people, cannot